This video is taking a look at possible landing spots for Prince Amukamara. Obviously, he was a player that was an early first-round draft pick out of Nebraska. He's a big corner, but he was always a guy that struggled a little bit with quicker targets, guys who could really change direction on him. So he needs to be in a system where he's not asked to do a whole lot of what they call turn and burn, where he's not going to be asked to stick with smaller, quicker receivers because that's not his strong suit. But there are some teams out there that I think may at least want to kick the tires on a big, strong veteran corner. And I'll start with the Browns. The Browns have money. The Browns have a good defense that maybe might be looking for a little bit of veteran leadership if he comes at the right price. And then we always bring up the Patriots. One, because obviously football IQ is something that is prized by Bill Belichick, and that's something that Prince Amukamara has, even though he's lost at least half a step. But in the scheme there, you can hide that a little bit. Next, the Eagles. Now, the Eagles have had some less than stellar outcomes with older veteran corners, so maybe they'll stay away from this, but it's something they may just want to consider. They have been injury ravaged in the past in that position, and they may just be looking for a little quality depth. The Lions. Obviously, we all know that Darius Slay moved on from there. He's nowhere near Slay. They don't have another guy like Darius Slay on their roster, and not another one is probably coming in the near future. But once again, much like his old mentor Belichick, Patricia looks for guys with specific skill sets and a high football IQ. And last but not least, the Jets. Now, the Jets have a couple of interesting corners, including guys like Brian Poole and Blashawn Austin, and they've recently got Javelin Guidry, who's more of a nickel type, but he's super fast. They have a young group, only two guys who are over 25. They have a 29-year-old, a couple of 27-year-olds, but most of their corners are guys in their first couple years in the league. Once again, he could maybe lead a little veteran leadership. There's some other teams that think might be considering him, but those are the ones that came to mind first. More on this as more discovered.